Hey friends, hope you're well. This is Soundcore's new Motion X600 speaker, and it's a speaker making a big splash in the spatial audio space without destroying your wallet. It's got me excited for the world of spatial audio at a lower price tag. In this video, I'll show you how I've used the X600 in the past few weeks, what makes this speaker special, run some sound tests, and why I think this is not only a speaker to watch out for, but why Soundcore as a brand is something to keep an eye on. For transparency, Soundcore is sponsoring today's video, but as always, opinions are my own. So by now, you likely know that spatial audio is growing and it's growing fast. It's a relatively young immersive audio format that simulates a 360-degree surround sound setup. And spatial audio is now widely recognized as the likely successor to stereo audio in the future of the music industry. And we just need to take a look at Apple Music's press release earlier this year, where the number of monthly spatial audio listeners tripled in a single year. Yes, that's tripled. But it's not like all tracks are suddenly spatial audio capable, because you see, spatial audio works by using sound engineers to record and produce the audio in spatial format. Spotify doesn't even support spatial audio yet. But as the library of spatial music grows, you're seeing all sorts of brands jump on and offer spatial audio speakers, but they're not exactly considered cheap. And yet, we have Soundcore, who has dropped the X600, a spatially enhanced portable speaker, for a more affordable $200. So for those who haven't heard of Soundcore before, it's a brand that sits within Anker, and they're an electronics powerhouse that you've likely heard of. And surprisingly, Soundcore has been making waves for its innovative quality audio gear in the low to mid price point. And this is the very first Soundcore speaker I've been able to test, so it's been quite interesting starting with its design. It looks and feels premium right out of the box, that's for sure. And most of the build is made of stainless steel, like the entire front grille, and the handle is made of aluminium with an adorned Soundcore logo that's, I think, tastefully integrated. There's this really nice smooth anodized finish to the entire thing, akin to sort of the latest MacBooks. It's quite nice. What is surprising though, based on all the product photos that I've seen, I was expecting this traditional boombox design to be really chunky, but in fact it's actually quite thin at only 3.25 inches. It truly is portable. And adding to its portability is the set of rubber feet, an essential touch considering this is a portable speaker and helps it grip into places on almost all surfaces when out and about. So it looks sturdy, and it is sturdy actually, with the IPX7 water resistance. I actually dipped it into sink water and left it there to play tunes and music, and it held up no problem at all. To add to its ruggedness, all this nicely tactile buttons are protected by rubber membrane, and of course, the ports are protected with a rubber cover. Really important if you're going to be, splashing this around. And here you'll get a USB-C for charging and a 3.5mm input jack. Oh, and the buttons are backlit for your late night enjoyment too. Overall, big props on the design. I think it looks great just about anywhere and is futuristically chic and well designed. I love having it sitting around the studio because I genuinely think it looks really good. Now, here comes the interesting part. It's sound. With the first play around, I had spatial and bass boost modes turned on, and it surprised me. The sound coming from this portable form factor, and at this price range too, I had to sort of double take. Considering I was sitting directly in front of the speaker, spatial-capable tracks on Apple Music had a surprising level of oomph and pop to its bass, treble, and highs. It all makes more sense when I looked into the specifications, and the Soundcore X600 has a power-packed 50-watt amp, 2 woofers, 2 tweeters, and what Soundcore calls a SkyDriver, which essentially is their upward firing speaker. Impressive for the size of the speaker and again for the price of the speaker. And with all this combined, along with Soundcore's heavy EQ tweaking, it delivers what has been ranked the best spatial audio speaker under $200. And not so surprising, it even supports Sony's LDAC codec for high-res streaming, a big perk for those with Android devices. Turn spatial and bass boost modes off though, and its stereo sound is a little underwhelming. Take a listen to this. With spatial mode on, audio engulfs the room you're in rather than sounding as if it's just coming from the one speaker. This is great if you want to host parties, a barbecue, get together, or you just appreciate music being played throughout the entire room, which is, obviously a great perk when it comes to spatial audio. And because it is so portable, it makes for a great portable boombox outdoors, camping, sporting, that sort of stuff. But mileage varies with its spatial audio capability out in the open, but it still sounds great enough to be on the move with. The powerful EQ in Soundcore's visually appealing app is a big part to thank for its bigger than price performance. Sound elements indeed sound like they're coming from all sorts of directions, and you can hear the variations when playing around with the app. It's important to get EQ right on the X600 though, and to get its full potential out of the speaker, for me, having a bass boost and spatial modes turned on with minor tweaks to the equalizer did wonders. If you don't want to mess around with EQ and you just want to start listening out of the box, I think Soundcore's signature EQ mode is great enough for everyday listening. And the volume ceiling is really high too. I found that anything above 70% volume became far too loud unless it's a home party setting. Moving on to the battery. The speaker has 6400 milliamp battery that gets up to 12 hours of playtime on 50% volume. Not bad, but you want to give it a daily charge after a full day playing music, especially if you're cranking up the volume at a house party. It's also not a smart speaker, so voice assistant capabilities aren't here. But again, this is a portable speaker, so lack of voice control is possible, especially when you have access to the pretty decent app as well. And quite honestly, that's it with my gripes with the X600. There's not all too much I can complain about considering its price. Sure, I could wish for, the ability to link multiple speakers, a slightly lighter package, but taking into consideration the under $200 price tag, it's actually one of the best Bluetooth speakers I've used so far at this low price point. If you're in the market for new portable speakers with spatial audio capability, this speaker is a strong contender. It's genuinely a surprisingly great speaker. It looks stunning, the build quality is up there, its soundstage is big with spatial capability, and to add to an already great package, it's portable. It's not feature-packed, but it does its main job well, to deliver spatial music in a portable speaker on a budget. It's also great to see a lower barrier to entry into the world of spatial audio on speakers. It's a really enjoyable experience that I indulge in every day. Spatial audio is really great. If you made it to the end of the video, comment the code word soundstage, and I'll give it a like for watching till the end. I'll drop my review of the new Sonos Era 300 spatial speakers here for you to check out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.